Greetings and salutations, everyone. This is Jeffrey Mills, aka Swedish Jeff 2024, and as you can see, it has arrived. I have received the APBA football game. It got here almost an hour ago on this rainy, humid day here in Goose Creek, South Carolina. I have opened the box and I went ahead and took out Dallas and San Francisco here, and these are the contents. This is the 1981 season, these two boxes. As you can see here, this is the 81 Dallas, 81 San Francisco. And I also did this today. I decided to get a couple folders here. This is a red folder for the red cards for APBA football, for like the score sheets and stats and stuff. And I also have a blue one for the baseball game. So if you look at these two teams here, I picked these two because this is the replay that I am going to start off with. And let's just take a look at these two teams here. We have Dallas, and some of these names will come back to me, some of them will not. I was 9 years old in 1981, so bear with me here. But some of these names, of course, are more iconic than others. Forgive the noise in the background. I am multitasking today. I am doing laundry, household chores, and I am doing this video. So I am multitasking and doing a lot of stuff here. So 81 Dallas, we have Benny Barnes, we have Larry Bethea, and that's the first thing I noticed is how many more cards, which I expected that there would be more cards for the football game. And this is going to sound funny, but these must be like freshly done cards because they actually smell really good. I know that sounds kind of weird, like the cards smell good. Yeah, they actually do smell like they are brand new. And the quality, I'm very impressed here. Very good quality. Anyway, Bob Brunig, Guy Brown, we have Glenn Carano, Jim Cooper, Doug Cosby. Some of these names they had for a long time. Dallas kept a lot of the same guys on their team here. Anthony Dickerson, Doug Donnelly, and Pat Donovan, Tony Dorsett, Michael Downs, Billy Joe Dupree, John Dutton, Ron Fellows, Andy Frederick, Mike Hegman, and Tony Hill, remember that name, Gary Hogaboom, Butch Johnson, James Jones, Ed Too Tall Jones, Angelo King, Dee Dee Lewis, who else we got here? Harvey Martin. We have Robert Newhouse. I remember seeing his name quite a bit in Dave Gardner's replays here. Timmy Newsom, Drew Pearson, another name from the past. Kurt Peterson, Tom Rafferty, Howard Richards. We have Jay Saldy, Herbert Scott, Raphael Septien, Robert Shaw, not to be confused with the actor from Jaws, Don Smerick, Danny Spradlin, Ron Springs, Bruce Thornton, and Dennis Thurman. We're getting near the end here. Glenn Tittenser, Everson Walls, Charlie Waters, Danny White, of course, and then Danny White again, Randy White, Steve Wilson, and last but not least is Steve Wright. Those are your 1981 Dallas Cowboys, or as the late, great Keith Jackson would say, these are your 1981 Dallas Cowboys, and we just went through the lineup for the APBA football game, and now we are getting ready to do the 1981 San Francisco 49ers. And who do we have here for the 49ers? Dan Audick. Come on down. John Ayers, Guy Benjamin, Dwayne Board, Dan Buns, John Choma, or Com, I'll say Choma. Dwight Clark, of course, that name will be pretty prominent. Earl Cooper, Randy Cross, Johnny Davis, Fred Dean, Walt Downing, Walt Easley. What else we got here? Lenville Elliott, excuse me. Keith Van Horst. Ricky Gervais, I had no idea he was on the San Francisco 49ers. Willie Harper. John Hardy. Dwight Hicks again. Paul Hofer. Arrington Jones. Pete Kugler. And then we have Amos Lawrence. Bobby Leopold. Ronnie Lott, of course, we all know him. Saladin Martin. Milt McCole. Jim Miller. Joe Montana, yes, of course. Ricky Patton. Brian Peets. Lawrence Pillars, who I understand was a pillar of the community. Greg Pookie. Greg Pookie. Fred Quillen, I remember that name. Eason Ramson. Archie Reese. Jack Hacksaw Reynolds. Now, how come his nickname is not on here? Jack Hacksaw Reynolds. Bill Ring, yes. Mike Schumann. Freddie Solomon again. Jim Stuckey. Lynn Thomas. Keena Turner. Ray Wershing, the kicker. Carlton Williamson. Mike Wilson. Eric Wright. And last but not least is Charlie Young. Okay, and so you have your 1981 San Francisco 49ers, and then we are going to look at the game here. I'm going to go ahead and put these cards off to the side, and I'm sure if you were to ask the late, great Howard Cosell what he thought about APBA football in this replay, especially the ones that have been playing, I always wonder what he would say. APBA football has got to be the one board game out there that replicates the statistics unlike any other. There are many games out there in the marketplace. Stratomatic, Status Pro, you name it, many of them out there. Pay Dirt. So many names that are so many to mention. I mean, countless board games on the market, not to mention the PC games. But what is it about APBA football? I will tell you what it is. Realism, accuracy. And this is what it even says on the box here. Real players, realistic results. Real players, realistic results. That is what you will get with this game. I have been watching Dave Gardner doing his replays. I have seen APBA Football Club. I have seen all of these other content creators, and what they are doing is absolutely phenomenal. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, this is the box. And let me go ahead and open the box. And this is what is inside the box. I was going to say if it was a severed head, I was going to be very depressed. We have the inside running play cards. What else do we got here? We have Michigan. Okay, so we have the college teams here. We have San Francisco again and Kansas City. Oh, yay. So, hey, that's nice. That's cool to have. I like it. And then you have, of course, the shaker. And you have the dice. The envelopes, of course. I know a lot of you are like, well, duh. We already know you get this. But, you know, for those of you who have not played this game, you know, this is a little introduction here. So this is what it says. Play the APBA football game and be endlessly fascinated. Coach players on current or historical teams, replay the Super Bowl or an entire season schedule or a 12-team college playoff. Form your own league. This includes a football field, 26-page game manual, 4 current teams, alternative defensive chart, dice shaker football, and first down marker summary score sheet. Wow. And I mean, this kind of gives you a little rundown here. And here's the score sheet, the aforementioned score sheet. Let's see if I can get a better angle on that here. What it looks like. Very nice here. And quality, just absolute value for your money, as they would say, you know. And I know a lot of people, hang on one second here. Try to get this here. Okay, so this just tells you a list of the players that are on the cards. I know a lot of people, understandably, are put off by the price of this game, and I get it. I totally understand because, you know, my last name is not Rockefeller either. But, you know, you get what you pay for. That's what I believe, is that you get what you pay for, value for your money. And, you know, a lot of people spend just as much for a phone today. You know, an iPhone costs how much? You know, or an Android phone. And I know we need phones and all that stuff, but, you know, you got to treat yourself every now and then. You know, I know there's bills to pay. I have them. You have them. And, you know, as we all know, life throws curveballs at us, as we all know. I certainly do. And that's when you have to have that money aside, you know. But every now and then, you know, once in a while, you got to treat yourself. And, you know, I work hard for my money, like all of you do. And I like to reward myself. And that's why I got this game. And I've been watching Dave. I've been watching Jeff. I've been watching Al. I mean, I've been watching so many people, countless. You name it. If there's an APBA, Greg, of course. I know I've been focused on this baseball game. But, yeah, I've been watching a lot of APBA football. Anyway, enough about that. So this is the alternative, why can't I say that word? Alternative defensive chart, which I did order. And so this just says, this chart is used for use of solo players, eliminates the potential for favoring one team over the other and choosing the defense. What's it say here? Call your offensive play, does the down and yardage. Second, third, and fourth. Very cool. Very nice. And of course, this is the book. The book right here, the original since 1951. And it's got the quick start guide and the plays. I am going to be so busy this weekend. I got a cardboard, and I'll just stick that to the side. Oh, wow. This is nice. Look at this. I don't remember this from, you know, I think it was probably 2009. Place the football marker in the cutout strip in the center of the field. Put the first down marker along the sideline. Any decimal coin can be used to keep track of the downs. Right. Nice. You may elect to take a touchback anytime. So you got the downs, you got the yardage. Very, very nice here. So, yeah, that is APBA football. And I'm going to go ahead and just turn it around here and just face the camera. Hello, camera. So I just wanted to close here by saying how grateful I am to the APBA. I keep saying APBA sometimes. Forgive me. The APBA community for being so supportive and so helpful and encouraging me throughout this whole process here. I had this game back in 2009, I believe it was. I honestly don't remember because my dad got sick. My dad was diagnosed with stage 3 lung cancer in October 2009. And thankfully, you know, I am so grateful. We are all so grateful that my dad's cancer went into remission about 4 years later, just 2 days before his birthday. I mean, talk about a great birthday present. But 2009, I mean, my head was not screwed on right, like my whole family. And I don't really remember what happened. I know I gave the game away to Goodwill. I would never have just thrown it out. I would never do that. I just, lost interest and other things happened. And then I was in a relationship and, that happened. And so I don't really remember what happened. This is not my first rodeo, okay? But it's been a long time since I've played APBA football. And as you know, I have been obsessive with the baseball game. And, it really is a pleasant surprise. And I know I touched on this, and I don't want to repeat myself from what I said on the Facebook page and the Discord. But I am so grateful. I have had so much freaking fun this past week. It was a week ago I got the baseball game. A week later I get the football game. And originally my plan was to wait until August or September to get the football game. And I saw the 81 season and I said, crap, if I wait, it's not going to be there. And sure enough, I ordered it. What happens? It gets sold out, And thankfully, and I have to give APBA customer service props here, they were on it. They have been so terrific throughout this process. I can't speak for anybody else here. I don't know what happened in the past. I only judge based on my experiences, okay? And my experiences have been absolutely positive with APBA. I am very impressed. And I will definitely leave them a positive review on their Google page because I like to give kudos. I like to give kudos and recognize people for doing a great job and going above and beyond. So I really appreciate it. And I'm going to be very busy this weekend with this football game. But I just wanted to say thank you all for watching, and thank you all very much for being so supportive, enjoying the Reds and the Brewers. And I'm going to be very busy again. You may not see any screenshots from the game for a little bit, as I really want to take the time to read the instructions and read the book and look at the game and make sure I really understand it. And if I have questions, I will be reaching out and I will be saying, hey, how do I do this? Where do I go? Do I do this or do I do that? So anyway, thank you all very much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend.